Mann's Jewelers, Jill, it's part two. We're getting our wedding bands. You ready?
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, we're shopping today, and we're with Rob Mann again. Rob, hello. How are you?
Nice to see you. And not the traditional wedding band, like who's
Right.
playing at the band.
Right,
playing
the
at
band.
wedding.
Oh, we already
It's-
have a
it's
band.
the wedding band.
We already have a band.
Who is the band?
Me and the boys. They're really
Awesome.
good.
They're
So,
great.
but here's what we want to do. I know there's a lot of people that ask questions when they come in. The next phase is, now we're getting the bands, what do we ask? And some of the questions we have are like, tell us about some of the medals on some of these. Now, we're sitting at this one display that has men's bands, women's bands. Tell us about the different medals that are available.
Well, since gold's been getting kind of pricey over the past few years, there's been a lot of different or alternative metals that have been brought onto the market. And we're sitting in front of one of the probably most unique, which is Scott K and his cobalt collection. It's made with cobalt, which is just a wonderful metal. It's very hard, very durable, and I think it's something that might work nicely with Scott with some of these really hip, cool designs.
Yeah, there's really cool stuff. There's weaves and different things like that. And I'm a drummer by hand. Not really by trade, but I just like to beat on things. So they're very durable.
They're very good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, what about wedding bands for women? I know that you guys get all the glory, when it comes to the bands. Do they have to match the engagement ring?
It helps if they complement the engagement ring. Obviously, you want it to lead your eye up into the star of the show, the engagement ring. You don't want it to overtake the engagement ring. Kind of like a little appetizer to the main course, which would be the engagement ring.
Okay, so the focus is the engagement ring, and the wedding band is the extra.
The lingerie.
The lingerie, right? Speaking of wedding bands and rings together, what do you want to know?
I just want to know basically how I should wear it, and when wearing it, should I go with a thinner band or a wider one?
Well, the great answer about that is that there are no answers. This is all personal preference.
Oh.
If you're looking for a norm, traditionally the band is worn on the inside because it's closer to the heart. So there's a nice sentimental reason for that. And in terms of width, once again, I wouldn't have the wedding band overtake the engagement ring. You want it to complement it. You don't want it to overpower it. So the same width, if not possibly a touch thinner.
Great. And can I dine and dash on these things? Can I get a ring and walk out with it today, or how's it work?
You can. I think we've got the Spezzano credit card on account here. Jill, just so you know that, it's on account, so you can get whatever you want. And you've got 30 days to make up a good story. Okay.
As far as like getting the bands and getting them sized, how long of a turnaround is that?
Most of the bands we like to special order, so they're made custom for you. You know, a solid band of gold is traditionally what's used, and we like it to literally be that, so it's not cut too many times.
Right.
We like it to be a solid piece. In an emergency, we can always accommodate. We have 6 full-time jewelers that can size most any band. Some of the alternative metals can be difficult to size, so that's why we try to custom order those. I would give yourselves 4 to 6 weeks just to be safe.
Great.
We have a lot of people walking in week before. It can kind of be tricky, but if you're going with a standard metal, we can usually accommodate.
All right, Rob. Thanks for answering our questions today.
Pleasure.
Mann's Jewelers. Don't forget there's a big wedding band event coming up on the 18th, all the weekend. Right? Save the dates. 18th, 19th, and 20th. Just
And
go
actually,
to Mann's.com.
I'll shill for a second. Scott K, Lieberfar, Precision Set, Todd Reed, Alex Sepkus, and Sylvie will be here. Some of the top wedding band providers in the industry.
Thanks, Rob
See you
Mann.
there.
Mann's Jewelers, Monroe and Clover.